Hey guys, it's your host Xander, and today I'm joined by my friend Chaz and my dad. We're gonna hit on the Warriors versus Nets game that Charles and I got to see live for his birthday. We're also gonna do some rapid fire with Charles, just to get to know him a bit and talk hoops. So stay tuned for an awesome episode of Hoops R Us. All right, Charles, welcome to Hoops R Us.
Hey, thank you.
All right, so we got to hit on that Warriors versus Brooklyn, because for my boy Charles' birthday, we went to a Brooklyn Nets game, all right?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Charles.
birthday, Charles.
Hey, thank you very much.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about this. So, we saw the Nets versus the Warriors, all right? Mm-hmm. It was a great experience, all right? Mm-hmm. You want to tell them the score, Charles? You want to do a pleasure for us?
My Nets lost.
It
It
was
was 117 to 99 or something.
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot to a little.
Yeah. It was tough for us.
So you guys were there in person, seeing all these superstars play right in front of you. You guys saw 3 future Hall of Famers, as a matter of fact. So let's start there. How'd you guys feel about that experience?
Like seeing Stephen Curry, it was pretty wild because I see him on the highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, and KD too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just seeing them on the highlights and then seeing them in real life.
Yeah, it's like.
Do they look taller in real life?
Well, we were like kind of farther.
It's pretty crazy.
But
like,
yeah.
I saw Blake Griffin. Like you could tell by the people he was standing next to that man's a giant. There was a lot of tall people there. Yeah. Some people that were just watching. Like when I went to get food or whatever, I saw tall people just watching the game. I could
tall people everywhere.
Like there's just tall people everywhere.
Ex-basketball players probably. Well, your dad's pretty tall too.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though, because I really got to see them play real live. So it's kind of like when you go to a baseball game, you're used to watching it on TV, right? But now you can actually see the player actually playing the sport. And it was pretty cool because he dropped 37 too. So I watched all those 37 points that he dropped on Kevin Durant.
It's like a video game, right? Because these guys, you guys both play basketball, so you see how hard it is to score. Imagine doing it at the highest level, how easy Steph Curry makes it look too. And Kevin Durant for that matter. And
there was a lot of moves that we could study on as well. Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
It was just hard to believe that Curry missed a shot a couple of times. I was surprised that he missed shots because every time he would shoot a three, he just swish. Every time it would go in perfectly. I don't know.
So while you guys are watching the game here, obviously, do you feel that the game is just as fast as you see it on TV, or do you feel that it's even faster?
Oh, it's very fast. It's it felt like 20 minutes of game time compared to TV. I don't know. It's just time flies.
And maybe because TV got so many commercials, and when they take a timeout, you're not seeing no commercials out there.
That's true,
right? So I think it was more faster because of that. And basketball is the most fast-paced game. So imagine seeing it in real life than on TV.
Yeah,
because those timeouts and those commercials kind of slow us down compared to actually looking at the game and stuff.
How was the arena itself? So you guys went to the Barclays Center to watch this awesome game. How was the arena experience? How'd you feel as a fan?
Oh no, it's very nice. It's pretty loud. I feel like it could get louder though, but it was pretty loud there.
Yeah. Well, the home team was getting whooped. So
people were cheering for the Warriors. I think everybody was cheering for Steph Curry.
There was MVP chants for Stephen Curry. Hold on.
Charles, are you saying you were cheering for Steph Curry?
No. Everybody else was there was multiple people that we were standing. We were sitting behind. They had Warriors jerseys on. I didn't expect to see that much Warriors.
Well, you had some guy right next to you that was wearing a Warriors jersey.
Oh yeah. Yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah. It was crazy though, because it was so many Warriors jersey. I don't think I saw a single Nets jersey.
Well, come on.
Or a Nets, only a Nets sweater. Charles didn't even have a Nets jersey.
It just seems like there was a lot more Warriors fans.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. Steph Curry's a really good player, but
and it's hard to go all the way to California if you're over there in New York, liking the Warriors as well. So You got to wait for them to come in town.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what do you guys see from like the Kevin Durants of the world, the James Harden? Like how do they look in real life? Like, do they look like they're just better than everybody else?
Kevin Durant, he had an off night, but in the first half, he was doing pretty good. He had 15,
17,
something around there. Yeah, he looked good. Like his mid range is crazy though. His mid range.
Yeah, his ISO move is just it's like unguardable. Like he has a move where he might drive in. And to your question, since they have an off night, it doesn't look like they look better than everybody else. But I think Stephen Curry looked like the best player in the world at that game.
He was talking about KD and James Harden.
You know what's interesting, though? But James Harden at one point was the best offensive player in basketball. He won that MVP year, so how did he look?
There was times where he stepped up, though, like when KD was like off and stuff.
Yeah, he stepped up like a couple times. Not as much as he could have had and should have had, but yeah. He looked pretty good. He looked all right. He ended up with like 24.
26, I think.
26, 24.
How do you think he looks with the whole new foul rules change? Because it's been affecting him the most, I feel, in the NBA. And ever since they changed that rule where you can't just head fake or you can't just, just get touched, it almost feels like we're going backwards. Remember how old school NBA, you had to like really get hit to get fouled? Mm-hmm. And all that flopping thing is being eliminated. How do you think somebody like James Harden looked in real life? Did he look uncomfortable? Did he look like he's adjusting?
I think adjusting, because there were some times where James Harden would like drive in. And if I were to go back in time to 2018, I wouldn't see a lot of like driving in by... Well, James Harden can go by a defender. I know that. He could dunk it, but he usually get fouled. When he drived in, he would either like flop and get stealed by, keep complaining. So I think he's still adjusting, but he had his moves, though. He still figured out a way to get fouled.
Yeah, James... Well, I just feel like since he's on the Nets, you got KD and stuff, he's not going to do as well as he usually does.
But why not think about it? Because Kyrie's not there.
I mean, he could step up.
But James Harden has turned to a point guard in this team.
Not as much as he used to.
Yeah, like, I think the problem with James Harden, I mean, I know they're probably, like, saving him last season, but he was passing a lot. Like, James Harden has become a consistent passer now. It's like in Houston, he was ball hogging because like that team was
shooting 30 times a game.
Exactly. Yeah. And Chris Paul was on his team, so it made sense too because Chris Paul could pass it to him and stuff.
Even when they got rid of Chris Paul, James Harden was the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, the coach.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
and he did get most of his points from free throws too. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, last night against the Magic, he was like 19.
Oh yeah,
he won 20 in free throws.
And free throws, almost
he got fouled a lot.
I wonder how that happened. Was that mostly driving in, jump shots?
I think driving in.
Yeah,
I think driving in, because these refs they're not going for this Harden thing anymore. Like, and he gets fouled too. It's the funny part. He gets fouled. The refs still don't call it though. I think they're being too tough on him a little. So yeah.
Thing is that he was the poster child of like the flopping and all that stuff. So when you're the poster child, I think refs are specifically looking for you to like not
toughen
foul
up
and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a really cool experience you guys had over there at the Barclays Center. But I'm going to ask you guys a quick question, and you guys got to answer at the count of 3.
Who, okay? Us?
Both of you at the same time.
All right.
Who is the best player in basketball right now?
Steph
1,
Curry.
2, 3.
Steph Curry.
Wow.
I'll admit it.
So you don't think Kevin Durant is the best player in basketball?
I mean,
there's nights where I
have to give it to Steph Curry because Steph Curry's just a demon.
Over 13 games? So it was that close before? So before the season started, was it Curry already? Was it LeBron? Was it the Freak? Who was the number 1 player before the season began?
I mean, I thought it was KD. But
so over 12, 13 games, it is no longer KD.
No. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, hear me out.
You guys are quick.
KD
man.
like kind of proves to us that he can have off nights, and like you
Steph
can figure
Curry
him out
could
sometimes.
have off nights.
But Steph
Curry has had off nights in the finals.
Name a game this season that Steph Curry had an off game.
I remember seeing a game
games.
that he had like 15 points.
This season?
The first game of the season against the Lakers, he had an off night.
He had a triple-double, and we still beat you.
But it's not about that. You just asked me a different question. You said, has he had an off night?
It was an off night with points.
That was an off night.
All right. Yeah. But still, Curry can like score more points. He can drop 50
hold on.
easily.
So before the season began, Steph Curry was already right behind Kevin Durant. That's what we're saying?
Yeah, I would say. Giannis is
third.
Pretty close. Yeah.
And how about LeBron?
LeBron
was not my top 5.
He fell.
Ooh.
He's probably still in the top 10, but
so right now Steph Curry.
I don't think he's in the top 5 though.
Not anymore. No.
LeBron's not even top 5.
No.
I gotta ask you guys the same question again, like in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But Steph Curry's already the number 1 player in the world right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
How much is he averaging? He's like the league leader.
Actually, Durant was the leading leader when you guys went to watch that game.
And then Curry took it over.
Yeah.
Now Curry's averaging like 29 points a game.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
That's insanity. All right, Sanders. So let's go into some rapid fire. Let's get our audience to get to meet Charles a little more and take him through some questions just to see what his thoughts are on a couple of key items. So let's go for it.
All right, I'll ask the first question. Let me make this a little interesting. Right. Charles, who do you think the GOAT is?
GOAT?
Right off the bat.
I mean, I don't like him at all, like as a person. Not at all, but I just have to go with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, he's a little bit of a bully, though.
He's a bully. Ooh. So what do you mean like him as a person?
I really, really want to say LeBron, but Michael Jordan, like, he's just different. Like, his mentality, too. Oh, yeah. LeBron doesn't have that. I don't... Yeah, Michael Jordan just... I don't know.
He got 6 rings.
Yeah, 6 rings. Yeah.
So hold on. If LeBron... So you're saying that LeBron's your number 2?
Yes, LeBron is my number 2.
So if LeBron gets to... How many rings does LeBron have?
4.
4 rings? Yeah. What if he somehow magically gets to ring number 6?
GOAT. Easily. GOAT.
How about if he gets to number 5? So right now it's just based on rings?
Yeah.
So I think Kobe's better than LeBron.
I really want to say LeBron's GOAT because LeBron's personality is like one of my favorites in the NBA. Because he's such a nice person. And, yeah.
You can see that. I mean, that's part of the reason why people say he's not the GOAT because he's too much of a nice person, too.
Yeah, that too. But Michael Jordan's just different, though.
Which is why he's the GOAT?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by different? Like, what makes him so different than LeBron?
6 rings and that how much times was he the scoring leader?
Oh, a lot.
Like
6 times, probably. I don't know.
Like 10 times, and then
he got how many?
He was
a
a defensive player of the year.
Yeah, he got a couple of defensive all teams.
I think 6 MVPs.
6 MVPs.
Somewhere around there.
LeBron's got like what, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think if you want to talk about rings, then is Kobe better than LeBron?
We're just putting you on the hot seat.
See, that's a tough question because Kobe had a lot of help. 3, 2, 1.
Huh?
Kobe had Shaq.
Hold up.
Dad, you argue. That's real fair play.
Hold on. So
shoot.
Now we're saying let's talk about LeBron's help in his entire career.
Yeah.
You went there.
Okay.
You just went there. So LeBron started his career from
young Cavalier.
High school, came as a little young buck into the Cavs, no help for the first 7 years. Check. Got it.
Did take them to the championship.
Yeah, that was terrific. That was beautiful. Super cute. But then he decided he's going to join forces with some chump named Dwayne Wade and some other guy that's not so good named Chris Bosh.
Yeah, they're not so good.
They're not so good.
Right?
So he didn't have no... do you consider that help or that's just, what are they? Just 2 chumps he found right in the street.
They're not good.
We didn't have to go there.
And then... then you're right. Then he said, you know what? This is way too much help. I'm going to go somewhere else where there's not enough help. So I'm going to meet with this guy named Kyrie Irving. He's a bum. Who knows who he is?
Yep.
And some guy named Kevin Love who was coming off a, double-double.
Yep.
Top 10 in the league season. So would you consider those guys help or not really?
See, we didn't have to go here.
But then it gets better. Then he says, you know what? I'm leaving Cleveland.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm leaving Cleveland because I got to do this on my own. I'm going to go and bring a ring back to L.A. I'm going to do this by myself.
With a bum named Anthony Davis.
He takes his lumps first year. He's like, nah, this ain't happening to me. So then he recruits this guy named Anthony Davis, so-so. I don't know if he's that good.
He's not that good, really.
But what do you think? You think he's all right?
Think he's good?
Yeah. You guys didn't have to do this. All right, I'll take it back what I said about Kobe, all right? I'll take it back.
Hold on. How far? What do you mean you're taking it back? So who's better?
Kobe's still like 5, though.
What do you mean 5? He had 3 rings with Shaq. How about the other 2?
Other 2's with Pau Gasol.
But would you rather have Pau Gasol or a guy like Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade or a guy like Kyrie or a guy like Anthony Davis?
I don't know.
It's a tough one. However, that being said, so we had a GOAT episode recently, and we agreed with you, Charles. So we had LeBron at... Actually, did I have LeBron at 2? No, I had LeBron at 3.
You had LeBron at 3.
3? Who's...
I had Kobe at 2.
That makes sense. I mean...
81 points? 81 points?
No, that's nothing. Anybody could score a lot of points. Gilbert Arenas scored like 60-something one day. He's not up there. However, I did say that I think LeBron is going to surpass Kobe when he's done. So my thing is, he's still playing. I think when he folds up his career and he is completely done, even if he ends with he's got 4 rings right now. Even if he ends with 4 rings, all of his accumulated stats are going to be ridiculous, which is right. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is up there with a lot of things. Yeah. I think he's going to be number 2 when he's done with his career. I said he's number 3 right now because he's still playing and he's chasing the ghost of Kobe and MJ. I think he'll never catch up to MJ because let's face it, he went to super teams and, MJ won 6 rings, 6 out of 6. What are you going to do about that?
Yeah.
True.
But Kobe, I think he'll surpass Kobe in my opinion after he's done with his career.
So Kobe has 5 rings?
5 rings.
Oh, okay.
3 with arguably the most dominating player ever in the NBA, and 2 where he was the most dominating player in that era.
Yeah. Okay.
So another question. Who is your favorite?
I don't think Chaz wants any more questions after that one.
Who is your favorite basketball player?
KD.
Yeah.
Wait. KD, and you just said that after 12 games, Steph Curry's better than him?
I'm just being honest. I don't want to say it, but he is.
Oh, my
KD is my favorite. Steph's not my favorite, but Steph is the best player in the NBA. KD's 2, though.
Wow.
And it's really close, too. But
betrayal.
Steph Curry is...
I mean...
It's not a betrayal. I'm just being honest.
Kevin Durant, if you're hearing this...
KD, still love you, bro. But
I still think it's Kevin Durant. I think Steph Curry's hot right now. I think a lot of players can get hot. I mean, there's times where Luka Doncic looks like unstoppable. I mean, I think
but Curry
Steph
does
Curry
this like the whole season.
But
Curry doesn't, because how come he wasn't the top player last year?
He was.
Did he get injured,
second
or was that
MVP?
last year?
That was last year.
Hold on, but so last year you guys were saying but hold on, we're saying who's the best in the NBA. So are we saying that last year Steph Curry was the best player in the NBA already?
Nah, but
it wasn't KD. KD got hurt so much last year.
This season, Steph Curry doesn't seem like he'll stop though. I don't know. It's true. It just doesn't seem like he'll stop. Like their Warriors record is like 14-2.
That's a good head start. I mean, that being said, just looking at that NBA standings and whatnot, 14-2 this early into the season is really good because you still got one more superstar coming back from the injury list.
Yeah, the Warriors.
His name is Klay Thompson.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so favorite player is KD. KD, okay. How do you feel about when KD went to... Were you always a KD fan?
Nah. I mean, I was always a Nets fan. I wasn't always a KD fan. I started being a Nets fan in like 2018, around the pretty much the first time I started watching basketball.
D-Lo days?
Yeah, D-Lo days. That's what I always say, but Xander's like, nah,
bro.
Nah.
D-Lo's not even your favorite player, right?
Yeah, but the Nets were relevant.
Nah. I just like the Nets, like from the D-Lo. Like, I just call it D-Lo days because he was the best player. He was like the best player on the team.
That's true. That was exciting. The Nets made the playoffs that year. They were exciting to watch. They were way better than the Knicks.
Yeah.
Of course, than the Knicks that season.
No, but they were exciting that year.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I actually thought the next year when they were bringing in KD and Kyrie, they were going to like go to the next level, and it just never panned out.
Yeah, I don't know what Kyrie is doing, though. I miss Kyrie so much, but I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
Let's talk about it. So what is your opinion on the whole Kyrie situation?
Kyrie, I just feel like he's being selfish. But I guess I get that he is like, it's his body, but he's just being selfish. I miss him, bro. To be honest, I miss him, bro. He was like, I guess he's number 2 on the Nets. Yeah, we'll say number 2.
Number 2?
Over
yes.
Harden?
Over Harden?
Over Harden.
Nah.
Yes.
You're overestimating.
Nah. Kyrie was different.
So Kyrie has an MVP?
Does he?
No.
Nuh-uh.
No, I don't. Yeah.
But on that team, though, Harden kind of became the third guy when you think about it, because Harden said, "Hey, I'm going to be the point guard," and he became the third guy, the distributor, and Kyrie was going off.
Was he?
Kyrie's a demon.
Yeah, he was. He was going off.
Kyrie is a demon. I really miss him. The Nets would be definitely like top 2 in the league right now if they had Kyrie.
I think they still are right now.
Do you think the Nets should? You think they should trade him?
Trade for who though? Like I would want to trade Kyrie, but for who though? Not Ben Simmons.
Why not
Better
Ben
not
Simmons?
Be Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons is trash.
No, he's not.
Yes,
but
he is.
I always told
He was
you
the defensive player
anybody
of the
can
year.
pass the ball.
He was the defensive player of the year.
Kyrie can't pass
He was
the ball.
He was a deep boy. I thought that was Rudy Gobert.
No, last year it wasn't. It was him, right?
No, I don't think so. I think
thought
he
Ben
made
Simmons.
first defensive team.
Oh,
Yeah. I think he'll
defensive?
first
I
team
don't
all
know.
defensive.
Okay.
He is a good defender though.
But like,
And he's a
Kyrie's,
passer.
I always told Charles,
I mean-
Kyrie's just better than Ben Simmons just at scoring. That's it.
Scoring is really
Yeah, well, that's pretty
valuable.
important.
though. It's really valuable.
I guess, but like
He scores like 12 more points than him easily. Like Kyrie's just far better than Ben Simmons.
No, I don't think far better.
No,
Not
no way the
anymore,
Nets
at
should trade
least.
him for Ben Simmons. I mean, it might be their only option, but I just think
Would you trade? Who would you trade him for? Like, would you trade him for, say, like a Bradley Beal?
No, Bradley Beal's happy right now.
Yeah,
I do remember hearing rumors about Bradley Beal to the Nets like a while ago though, but it was for something else. But Bradley Beal, it wouldn't be a good fit. I don't know.
Oh, Bradley Beal, James Harden? No, never.
Oh my God, that'll be amazing.
That's like
maybe Kyrie for like two all-star level players and a pick.
Wow, that's heavy for a guy that might not even play.
Exactly.
That's tough. We all miss Kyrie.
Wait, so yeah, I do miss Kyrie.
Kyrie's the truth.
I got history with Kyrie. I got history with him. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Game
I see
7.
it. Okay.
Game 7
I don't like him.
on the who you guys are calling the best player in the world right now.
He,
Click, boom.
I have history with him, so I hope he plays eventually. Yay, if he plays, but I'm not too excited. I'm not.
Yeah. I just feel like the Nets should just let him play.
Stephen A. Smith said he
for
should
the
retire.
good of the franchise, to make the franchise be the best team in the NBA.
Well, hold on. What do you mean the Nets should let him play? Because keep in mind, he can't play home games.
Exactly.
He
Like,
can't
you
play
gotta
home
get the
games. He
vaccine.
can't play Knicks games, and he can't play games against the Warriors.
Because it's like is it a league mandate to have the vaccine?
No, it's a state mandate to have it in New York.
State mandate. Oh.
Yep, and in California.
Yeah.
So
I just wish the state would let him play.
The state ain't gonna change the rules just
New
for
York
Kyrie.
State. Please, New York State. No, I'm playing. But I just miss Kyrie.
yeah, I mean, I'm with you though. Part of me thinks that even if he's missing all the home games, why not have him as a bench player for the road games at this point?
If they could do that, why?
Just to keep him in game shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then who knows? Maybe by then the mandate
Here's the thing.
changes. Maybe he changes his mind and gets the vaccine.
Here's the thing, though. I don't even think Kyrie's only problem is the vaccine. We all know Kyrie. He's such a problem.
That is
Even
true.
before, you didn't need the vaccine because it hadn't existed yet. Kyrie was still missing games because mental health. Not even mental health.
It was.
He
it was,
just
sometimes
kind
he would
of
take
that.
days off.
Something was off, though. And then we see him partying with his sister.
That's
Yeah.
weird times. You know what's interesting? Ben Simmons is also saying that he's going through mental health issues.
I get him, though, because they're sending letters to him threatening him and his.
Ben Simmons gets a lot of hate.
Exactly. After that missed layup, well, he didn't even miss the layup. He just passed. But guys, Philly fans, you don't want to play there. It's like so tough. Like, you got to be like a superstar like Allen Iverson, or Joel is handling it pretty well. But it's so hard. Like, I think LA and Philly are the toughest crowds, and New York.
It's hard to be soft-spoken in these places. If you're like a chill, mellow guy like Ben Simmons is, it's hard to be in a place like Philadelphia where if you do bad, they eat you alive. But if you do good, they love you. Like, you're like royalty in that town.
So how come Embiid is like so thing?
Because look at his personality. Embiid is loud. He's emotional. He'll cry if he has to cry. He'll yell if he has to yell. You know, he's a leader. You know, but Ben Simmons is like a soft-spoken guy, and he didn't handle well all that stuff.
And Ben Simmons is just—he's not even that good. He's not even that good.
You know what's interesting? Was the Greek Freak getting booed in his home or no?
No.
Okay. Because when he was going through his free throw shenanigans,
that was just when he was away game. They would say
that was nuts.
They would be so silent though when he was in the Bucks stadium, shooting free throws.
Bro, the funniest thing happened. So basically, like I was watching the Nets. You know, last year how the Nets and the Bucks were facing off
in the playoffs.
Yeah, Giannis would do those violations, those free throw violations.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it was 5 seconds. Is it?
I think it's 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Yeah. I would put on the timer on my phone when he was at the free throw line. It used to be so funny.
Was he really going over 10 seconds?
Yes. I could have sworn it was over 10 seconds.
He had the timer, man. He had the timer.
You know what's interesting about that, though? So that Game 7 that they went up against the Nets, they had no James Harden, no Kyrie. It was only Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant could have won that series on a fadeaway three, but his toe... His toe was on the line.
You heard that thing about Kevin Durant's shoes? Like, he wears his shoe size up.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know if it's just like a rumor and then they're just making up stuff to make stuff like interesting. But they said that Kevin Durant wears a shoe size up, and if he would have wore his regular shoe size, they would have won the series.
Oh, my God.
On 3.
I think I heard that.
Because it would account for
Instagram.
Because his foot was on the line.
But think about how crazy that is. Like, the Bucks won the championship.
Yeah.
You know? And Durant literally almost beat him by 1 inch.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like unheard of. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That was just...
Which brings me back to my other point. Steph's already better than Durant after Durant put the Nets on his back in Game 7 of last year's finals.
Last year, man.
I mean, it's tough. It's
14
tough.
games in, and that's it. He passed them.
Yeah.
You know, you realize that Kevin Durant. You don't realize that Kevin Durant can go on his own 15-game stretch where he just goes off.
Curry can do that too.
I don't know.
And
Curry is doing that.
He is doing that.
He is doing that.
Exactly.
KD, he isn't.
My thought is when Klay Thompson comes back, I'm very curious to see how Curry's going to play.
I'm curious how they're going to manage Klay. Are they going to bench him? Are they going to start him?
No, they're going to load manage him for
right?
sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought
too. He came off of 2 seasons.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see like how they're going to handle him, like, you know, because there's going to be a new superstar, but like that superstar might not, like, come playoffs. What's popping? Like, if the Warriors make it, are we putting him on load management still? Just to not make him injured again in the playoff.
Because he's supposedly going to come back by Christmas, right?
Yeah. Before I know,
so
but
he'll have plenty of time to work his way, and then by playoff time, he should be starting, ready to go.
Yeah, but that depends if he's not rusty. But he just shoots, so I don't think he's not going to be bad.
When's Klay supposed to come back? Like mid-December?
Like
Santa Claus is going to bring him Christmas.
The week of Christmas.
It could be your Christmas present, huh?
There you go. Sure.
Yeah. I got him in fantasy too, so you know.
Yeah,
there we go.
Sure.
How's fantasy looking, by the way? I heard Charles took you down.
4-0.
Oh,
I'm 3-1. I'm 3-1.
Oh, you're 3-1. Who you lost to?
Me. He lost to me. I handed him his loss. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What other questions we got for Charles?
You got any questions for him? Oh wait, what made you? Like basketball, really?
Yeah, actually.
What made me like basketball?
You mentioned 2018, so what happened? What
basically, like, My first time ever playing basketball, I was in a league when I was pretty young, and I don't even remember much of that, but especially like at school during recess, we would play basketball all the time, and then my friends started talking about the NBA, and then I just wanted to be included in the conversation as well. So I was like, let me watch some NBA basketball, and I kind of wanted to be a Knicks fan. I guess
man.
like I was thinking about it.
They almost
I'm
got
like,
you.
nah, they're trash. They're trash.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
So I just switched to the Nets, and then that was around the time D'Lo came around, and then got Jared Allen, Karis LeVert. It was a pretty fun time. That was like 2018, 2019 season. That was when the Nets, they were fun to watch. And,
So that's the day you fell in love with basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, nah, this is my sport for sure. It was my sport, and yeah, I just like to play, and yeah, NBA is like, in my opinion, it's the most fun. Like,
I think NBA is the most fun sport to watch and the most friendly sport. Well, not
to play, you mean?
Yeah, friendly sport kind of to play and have fun because it's more of the popular sport you play like at recess or just hanging out with your friend. You wouldn't
you could just easily play it too.
Football you might want to have teams. Baseball too. Basketball is like
you can just have two people and play a game.
Yeah.
You can even play by yourself.
And it's like it's pretty competitive too. Like
yeah. You could do 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, and 5-on-5. With baseball is like I need 9 people and you got to get 9 people. It's like whoa. Like you need like a crew to just hang out with you like a lot in order to play.
And not everybody has the space to play baseball.
Or football.
Or football. And basketball. Yeah, it's just very fun to me. It was the main sport in my old school. I used to play flag football. I don't know if I ever told you about that. Flag football was like it was like my main sport. I used to play competitively.
Ooh.
Yes.
I used to play in like different leagues. I played travel flag football. It was when like around 5th grade, like 4th and 5th grade. I used to play it a lot.
That's pretty cool. Xander did some flag football too.
I played it more than basketball, to be honest.
Are you thinking of joining football next year?
Yeah.
In school?
Yeah, tackle football. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try out. Yeah. You make it either way, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna get pounded, my boy.
Yeah, I don't really mind that. It's just like the after feeling. Like you get sore, right?
Yeah, the soreness.
You get sore. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, just going around the league. So the Bulls are still the Bulls. The Bulls are the real deal.
The Bulls.
Speaking of the Bulls, though, can we talk about Scottie Pippen for a second? How he's been saying this nonsense stuff.
I haven't heard of Scottie Pippen since The Last Dance.
Like he's trying to find the next dance.
He's trying to find the next dance. Nah, Scottie Pippen has been saying he was as great as Michael Jordan.
Oh my god!
Bum, bum, bum.
I don't know.
I think he's just trying to get attention, and people are saying let Pippen tell his story because Michael Jordan just told from his perspective, which I think is so wrong. Because I'm pretty sure unless I was blind, Scottie Pippen was in the actual documentary. So like, everybody got to say their
was he commentating on the documentary?
What do you mean comment? Oh, he was talking. He was interviewed in the documentary.
Yeah.
They showed Scottie Pippen. He was saying how he wouldn't regret. Remember when he wanted to get benched because Phil Jackson said that Tony Kukoc is going to take the last shot. Yeah, he was just there, like talking about in the documentary how he will still do the same thing if he went back in time.
I can't believe Scottie Pippen is.
He's selfish, though, man.
I don't know why he would say that because we all know that Scottie Pippen was like Mr.
Nothing.
Second Fiddle.
Yeah,
like, he was
not
like
only that. I mean, like Jordan left a couple of times, and Pippen, he had actually average-wise, he averaged pretty similar stats.
Not really.
He did.
Like Michael Jordan would average 30 points.
No, I'm telling you.
When Michael Jordan was
when Jordan left the first time to play baseball, but that year, Scottie Pippen was off by like 2 points from what Jordan did the year before. Like Jordan was averaging like 28. I think Pippen was like 26. That being said, he was not Jordan. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Not more impactful, I think.
Not even close.
But Scotty's a good player, definitely. Great player.
And I also think that Jordan made him that good of a player because to keep in mind, Scottie Pippen did not come into the league dominating. Like, they still lost together a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, Scottie Pippen was very valuable. Jordan didn't win without Scottie, though.
Right.
And Scottie couldn't win without Michael either.
But Jordan
though.
does recognize him for that. He says Scottie Pippen's
Jordan
the best
always
teammate I ever had.
compliments him, and Scottie now is talking trash to him. It's like, dude, why?
Yeah, I see.
I think that's just Scottie's personality: attention, selfish.
Probably wants to write a book.
He said he might write a book.
He said he wants to tell his story about The Last Dance. Meanwhile, he's actually interviewed on The Last Dance.
You know what's interesting, though? I will tell you this much. If Netflix were to write or to put out a show that says The Last Dance, Untold Story of Scottie Pippen, I'm watching that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to watch it.
Everybody can watch that.
I think we will watch it just to see what Pippen is complaining about lately.
Not even that. Like, to go through that whole story through his point of view must have been crazy, because keep in mind, even with Jordan narrating it himself, he still said he was probably one of the craziest people in basketball.
Who, Jordan?
Jordan himself. When he was talking about when he punched Steve Kerr in the face.
Oh, yeah.
The way that he was in practice.
I never understood.
But we haven't heard it from the perspective of somebody that was actually there. You know what I mean?
Like, we haven't heard it from Steve Kerr necessarily.
Or like Scottie Pippen.
I heard that Steve Kerr thought of it as like a sign of respect.
Huh? Oh,
Steve Kerr.
Maybe I think that was the day that Michael really, they built that relationship, because you got to go through arguments. That's how chemistry works. I mean, I know punching someone in the face ain't chemistry.
I don't know. I never understood like the Jordans and Kobe's of the world. Like, how are you?
And Kobe was
how,
like
how
that
are you
too.
this competitive?
They're different, man.
Like, yeah, they're just different. Like, how are you this competitive? Like, I could never care so much.
Kobe woke up at 3 a.m. Sometimes I go to sleep at 3 a.m. Like, nah, man.
I'm telling you, they were a different breed, which is to me why they are the GOATs. And Kobe, to this day, Kobe's the one that was the closest personality-wise to Michael Jordan while he was playing.
Yeah.
Like,
more similar?
Kobe changed his personality as he was retiring and when he left basketball. Like,
what do you mean by that?
So he became more friendly. Like, you would see him like
Yeah, like Kobe can control it. Jordan, I don't think Jordan can control it, because I heard
towards the end of Kobe's career, when he was already doing his farewell tour, that he was getting standing ovations. Like, he was more friendly to other players in the league.
Other players in the league, his team, he would be cursing at his team. Even
when he was like leaving already, I don't think so.
Yeah,
at that point they weren't that competitive.
Because Kobe could control it. He could control it.
Everybody can control that, but I think
Jordan used to cheat in like. Didn't Jordan like cheat against like an old lady in a game of like cards?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I heard of that, but I don't know.
But
and
Kobe
Jordan punching Steve Kerr, like, that's off the court stuff. That's off the court stuff.
But like Kobe would like curse at his teammates, like, and Jeremy Lin.
They are grown men.
Kobe wanted to actually whoop Jeremy Lin that season, like how Michael just punched Steve Kerr. He wanted not only to punch him. He wanted to like beat him up, man. And that's why Kobe has control of it.
To your point, Kobe's definitely. But again, towards the end, he was way more friendly to other people.
Other people, not his teammates.
Whatever. But either way, even when he retired, then he was also out there like much more friendlier. He did the Oscars thing. He wrote children's books.
That was when he retired, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, towards the end of his career, and when he left, his personality changed. I think to this day, Michael Jordan is still pretty like closed off. Jordan still doesn't let the public in like that. Like, he doesn't,
private. He's private with his stuff.
He still has that personality of I want to win, and he's an owner now too.
Exactly. So he really wants LaMelo Ball, who has
LaMelo is going off.
LaMelo though, yeah. He's pretty fun to watch too. Yeah. Him and Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, like he's only good because, like, I mean, I guess he could shoot, but he has LaMelo passing to him and stuff, and he's dunking all over the place. Like, most of those points are from LaMelo's.
LaMelo is a beast, and you know what? His brother. Back to the Chicago conversation. His brother's
doing good too.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy, Lonzo Ball.
And
I got DeMar DeRozan. Yeah.
DeMar is like in the MVP talks right now.
Dude, Lonzo Ball shooting like almost 50% from 3-pointers.
Dang, really?
Like in the 40s.
And I remember when he was on he was in the Lakers, man. He was struggling.
The Pelicans, he couldn't shoot 3. He made some adjustments in the offseason and during COVID. Like, he he's a different player on the Bulls. The Bulls are clicking with like the right squad.
Yo, Zach LaVine,
like LaVine's going
Vucevic.
off. DeRozan.
I'm happy for LaVine because LaVine, like, he just looks sad. He just looks sad with the past Bulls teams, and he just wants to win. I know. And then with this new Bulls team,
he's looking like
they could win. They could,
and they got the GOAT on their team.
Oh yeah,
Alex Caruso. Yes, sir. Caruso. You know what? That's the best player in the world. What do you mean, man? It's not Curry. That's the best player in the world, man. Alex Caruso. Man. Yo, Caruso is a beast, man. What do you mean? Really I'd rather have Caruso than Westbrook, man. Like, Caruso's the GOAT, bro. Like,
oh my God, talk about that. So
I think LeBron is regretting.
Dennis Schroeder turned down like a 5-year contract or a 4-year contract with the Lakers for like $80 million.
Dang.
And nobody gave him another offer.
I think he said he wanted more money than that.
Well, yeah, but
he wanted more money.
But then the market,
like,
$80 million just for 5 years. Curry's like getting
but he's
$100 million.
Yeah, but he's not Curry.
Yeah, he's Dennis
Schroeder. But I know, but like just to my point, like Curry's getting $100 million in 3 years. So like Dennis is seeing it like that, like a offense to him.
Yeah,
and you know sometimes NBA.
But again, he's not even an all-star.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but my thing is, he thought he was going to get more money, and nobody offered him more money, so he had to end up getting a 1-year contract with the Celtics for like 12 or 14 million, whatever it is. Yeah. So this year he's got to go off.
Yeah.
To go get that money next year.
Well, hey,
how's he been doing?
He just beat the Lakers last night,
and he scored like.
And
30.
Did you see that caption?
30.
How many did he score? Like 28 or something?
Something like. But did you see the caption? The caption they said, and they paid Russell Westbrook $100 million with a question mark. It was crazy though.
That's funny.
You know,
didn't
the Celtics
Jason Tatum have like 37? 37.
Tatum went off.
Tatum's good, but the other guy's injured, right?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
I have him on my fantasy.
Oh, you picked him up?
Yes, sir. I dropped that rookie Evan Mobley.
Oh yeah,
he's out for 2 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
So.
Ooh.
Evan Mobley, not Jaylen Brown. Evan Mobley's out for like 2 to 4 weeks. So I dropped him, you know, because Jaylen Brown actually might come back like next game.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
All right, guys. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, Charles, for being my guest today. Going to that next Nets versus Warriors game was a great experience for me. So thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you all for joining us today. Follow us on Instagram, hoops_us. Listen to this podcast on any of your listening platforms. Also, you can catch us on YouTube. See you next time. Peace.